Welcome back. We have dealt with the haunted lighthouse. Now we need to decide what to do. I think I'm going to pursue the Heritage Hill main quest task next. That'll also coincide with the old task of missing sentries as well. So it's sort of 2 for 1. But first, we had that package to deliver in Copperlane. Are we in Copperlane or is this Brackenberry? This is Brackenberry. Let's deliver that package to Copperlane first. Granted, did he tell me? Okay, good, he did. Where Gareth is at the Goose and Fox. Perfect. There's Gareth. A man skulks near the bar. He seems like he's trying to blend in with the wood paneling, and he watches the other patrons out of the corner of his eye. He gives you a quick nod as you approach. Well, hello there. What do you do here? Me? I'm minding my own business. Of course. You're standing by yourself in the corner of a tavern, and you're not drinking anything. Not suspicious at all. Gareth's nervous eyes dart around the room. Keep it down, will you? Really am here to do business. It's the kind of thing that requires discretion. Unless a mutual friend is sent to me, that's all I've got to say on this subject. I'm a little worried about what I'm being tasked to do now.
Hail and well met.
Yeah, I have Verzano has a delivery for you. He glances around and snatches the pouch from you. Keep your voice down, will you? The Doimanels have spies everywhere. That they do. He tucks the pouch away. You tell Verzano that this is the last time I'm buying from him. This is getting too dangerous from me. They're just squash seeds. Did I just do something illegal? No? He grins weakly. Very encouraging, Gareth. Thank you. I don't think I've heard of the Doimanels. I mean, I've heard of them in passing, but I would like a better explanation about them. The more important thing is making sure they don't hear of you. They're old Brackenberry stock. These days, the Doimanels are known for their business activities, most of which involve some degree of bribery, extortion, theft, or murder. Right. Yeah, I'm pretty confident I'll be, siding with the Knights then. With the Crucible Knights. They seem to be the least bad of the 3. But I should probably hear from the Doimanels first. Maybe they have a good reason. Maybe. I doubt it. What do the Doimanels have to do with this? You've no idea, do you? Let's just say that the Doimanels have, exclusive rights to trade certain merchandise within the city. Specifically, bitter squash seeds? Or just more generally agricultural products. Verzano likes to make some extra coin from time to time by dealing in the same merchandise, undercutting the competition, he says. He's quite brave. Tell me what was in that pouch. Bitter squash seeds. They interrupt pregnancies, even though they're not exactly illegal. They're not exactly legal. Many folk nowadays prefer them to the risk of hollowborn, or celibacy. He pulls a wry frown. Oh, fair enough, so they're birth control. I don't have a problem with peddling birth control. I do have a problem with making enemies of the Doimanels, but, you know. As long as the coin is good. Are we done? Yeah, we're done. Get out of here before... Oh no. The Doimanels. Nice hat. I want that hat. Kind of reminds me of the, it's almost as good as my hat. Maybe even better, actually. Dana. A woman swaggers in, her polished boots thwacking the floor with slow, deliberate steps. A crooked sneer warps her smooth face. Gareth, I'm hurt. You promised to buy only from me. What's a girl to think? He's too much man for one girl, I guess. I'm sorry. He couldn't resist what I was selling. Gareth bows, his knees knocking together. Please, my lady, I was just explaining that I don't do business with anyone else. Except this one last time, right? Dana crosses her arms and rocks back on her heels. There's always one more deal, until you run out of credit, that is. Dana turns and regards you, looking you up and down. And just who are you? You don't exactly look like a seed dealer. Is there some look for seed dealers? I guess the seed market is some huge, thriving, seedy business. Get it? Seedy. Aleph glances at Gareth. I think that's a compliment. Why, thank you, Aleph. No one to be trifled with. Her grin widens. I just might have a use for someone like you. Oh? Rosano put you up to this, didn't he? That old fool's on a sinking ship, and he's determined to drag anyone who gets close enough down with him. Yeah, that's what that one other lady said. She eyes the trembling Gareth. Gareth Hare knew better, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. In fact, I'll also give you a chance to get even with the imbecile who's been playing us both. She narrows her eyes. What do you say to killing Verzano? Tell me about the Doimenels. I don't know whether to be relieved or insulted. We're one of the wealthiest merchant families in Defiance Bay. You say we. Are you yourself a Doimenel? Or are you a hireling? Let's just say, however, that some of our business practices are not officially sanctioned. Gareth groans and stifles a sob. And why would I want to do that? Why wouldn't you? He's used you to do his dirty work, and without telling you anything about what you were carrying, or who you were crossing. I'm pretty sure he mentioned we were carrying seeds. And I think he might have mentioned who we were crossing. I might be misremembering, though, mistaking Gareth telling us that we were crossing the Doimenels. Or him telling me. She taps a finger to her jaw, and her voice slows. Of course, I'd also consider it a personal favor, and House Doimenel is never stingy with its friends. She glances at Gareth. The loyal ones, anyway. I'll decide his fate when I talk to him again. You'd better make up your mind quickly, because we're going to pay him his dues one way or another. Just make sure you stay out of our way. Well. Gareth is gone. I mean, you should tell me how much you're offering to pay me before you try to get me to murder someone. Also, generally frown upon it. You know, just murdering business rivals. Of course, if I killed him, would Cartugo leave? That wouldn't be good. Let's see what he has to say. I lean towards not, like I said, murdering business rivals, or anyone's. I imagine that the Doimenels are more for a morally gray or evil campaign. Hello, Verzano. You know you're being targeted, right?
Good day to you.
Were you able to deliver the package? Yes. You didn't tell me things would get messy. I charge extra for that. That's true, I do charge extra for that. How can I trust you after the way you manipulated me? If you told me the Dominos were after you, you could have saved us both a lot of trouble. Better explain why you sent me into a trap and fast. You didn't tell me things would get messy. I charge extra for that. The Dormanels were there. Rosano's eyes fly open. He tugs at his beard. I was so careful, always following the Verlavita. They couldn't have known. Oh, they did. Who's that? Oh, is that the person who,
Well, well.
Yeah, there she is.
Is this your last day among the living, Verzano?
Yeah. Hello, Palagina. Rosano wrings his hands. Your timing is impeccable. Tella Pelagina, the Dormanels are after me. Please, tell me you've got to stop them.
As if any of this were ever in my hands. The Republic's considered your business worth protecting based on its success. That success depended on cooperation with the locals, like House Domanel. You've lost that.
Yes.
And the favor of the Dukes.
So, I don't think Palagina is on the side of the Dormanels so much as the side of the Valine Republics. I'm not going to interrupt.
Even if you get out of this alive, they're done with you. The Dukes have more pressing interest in Defiance Bay than rescuing one merchant who threw himself overboard.
Damn. I think that is your last lifeline slipping out of your fingers. Actually, no, he's absolutely going to turn to me in a second. Verzano falls to his knees and clasps his hands together. Have mercy, Palagina. I didn't stand a chance against the Dormanels. He bites his trembling lip. I've brought failure and shame upon myself, but you can't mean to watch your countryman die like a dog. Presumably he's actually supposed to speak with the same accent as she is, but I'm not going to try to replicate it.
Verzano. Why are you wasting your precious breath on me? My orders come through the ambassador, and through the ambassador from people you should be honored ever gave a moment's thought to whether you live or die.
She's a, definitely not a paladin. I wonder what her class is. Pelagina stares at Verzano for a long moment. The nictitating, or nictitating? I don't think I've ever actually seen that word before. Membranes of her eyes slide out and back before she continues. Verzano, I think is how she says it. Why are you wasting your precious breath on me? My orders come through the ambassador, and through the ambassador, from people you should be honored ever gave a moment's thought to whether you live or die.
You don't seem like the sort to petition the gods to keep him out of hell. So why not cry mercy to the one person in this room with the power to grant it?
Me? She turns her attention to you and raises her feathered eyebrows expectantly. It's not the Dormanels he needs to worry about. I don't know. What do you think, Pelagina? Do you think I should protect him? I really kind of want to try and recruit you. But what would I actually do? I have no particularly loyalty to him. I have no desire to make an enemy of the Dormanels. I don't want to work for the Dormanels either. This requires some thought. Yeah, I think Gwyneth definitely, once again, she doesn't want to side with them. She definitely doesn't want to make an enemy of them, at least not yet. Now them being forced to by the, eventually having to pick a side. So, yeah, Verzano, you're on your own. I'm leaving after you pay me what I'm owed. I'll consider my having warned you, my good deed for the day.
A hard fate, but not unwarranted.
1,000 copper. You've gained an item. Forgiveness added to inventory. Oh. Bit ironic. Verzano turns his tear-streaked face to you. I know you have a kind heart. Please, I never meant for either of us to come to harm. I only wanted to save my business. Don't let them slaughter me like this. I strongly recommend you flee the city.
Do as you will. He's no longer my concern.
Very well. Oh, there she is. Dana saunters through the door, flanked by a squad of Doimenel foot soldiers. She lets her gloved hand rest on the hilt of her weapon. On the other hand, I really want that hat. Really badly. At least, so long as it's enchanted. But yeah, it's it's probably not even enchanted. And also, once again, I don't want to make an enemy of the Doimenels if I don't have to. I hope you've collected whatever payment you were owed, because there won't be much left of this fool soon. As you leave the warehouse... Oh, I already made the decision. Perfect. You hear Verzano utter a shriek, which is quickly cut off. I figured because he was pleading that I would still have to make the choice, like a sort of a confirmation to let him die.
Well?
Well, I did in fact collect my payment. Thank you for allowing me to leave with it and for not holding me responsible for the asshole. Oh, hey, it's Pallegina.
Ah, it's done then.
It is. Pallegina looks up with a satisfied expression. No love lost with her and, Verzano.
You did the right thing. Verzano has no one to blame for this but himself. We gave him more than enough warnings, but he never listened.
Well, if that's true, then I have, I really don't feel all that bad for him. She shakes her feathered head and smiles faintly. Are you godborn or godlike or whatever it was called? I think they had feathers on their heads. Or something on their head. They had very unique heads. And they weren't able to wear hats, if I remember right, or helmets.
In any case, the embassy's entanglements with him have been cut, which also means that I'm free from Verzano's net of stupidity. You have my thanks.
Well, you're welcome. You looking for, work? Well, imagine you're working for the embassy. I mean, you have a portrait. You're surely recruitable.
Whether you intended to or not, you've done the Valian Republics a service today, ridding us of him. I work closely with the embassy to protect our interests.
Oh, so
But lately I think our gaze has been too narrow.
you aren't actually working directly for them. You're not employed by them, but you work with them. Fair enough. What do you mean, though, your gaze has been too narrow?
You clearly have pursuits of your own in the city, but I think we could help each other out. If you're interested in doing some work for us.
Maybe.
Officially, I mean. We can go together and I'll introduce you to the ambassador.
I was planning on going to the Heritage Hill today, but this seems like a worthy detour. I did want to get, another recruit, a few more options. Would help a lot with sending people on jobs, too. That sounds fine. Let's go.
Good. Maybe I can finally do something more worthwhile than playing nanny to merchants. The embassy is up in First Fires, southwest of the Ducal Palace.
Wonderful. I'll head there now. What are you? Oh, she is a paladin. Huh. I mean, who should I get rid of, though? I like Kana. Enchanter buffs are nice. I like Sagani, too. I'm not sure how good her DPS is compared to Kana's. Slash, especially when you include his buffs from chanting. he doesn't. He is a lot less useful in shorter combat because his real benefits come out when he's able to get incantations out as well. That's when he reaches his max potential, but I'd be lying if I said he did. Those incantations haven't been incredibly useful at times. And of course, currently Adair is her tank. Having multiple tanks wouldn't be bad. Obviously, I want my mages. DPS. I think for now I'm gonna send back Sagani. Yeah.
Farewell.
I might just straight up replace Adair later with Palagina, depending on how they compare and what my needs are, but for now I think this is good. Oh, thank you, Sagani, for taking this in stride. Every time with the in Baldur's Gate, they would always make me feel really bad about abandoning them.
I'm
Palagina.
ready.
Let me look at what your items are first. I like the cape. Looks good on you. It's just a regular cape, of course, but Palagina's breastplate. Unique medium armor. Ooh, 50% armor damage reduction when under 25% health. That sounds really good. Wait. It's under 25% health, not under 25% endurance. That's slightly less good, but still. Oh, apparently breastplates are particularly well used by the Vailian Republics. Fashion of clothing and padding worn under breastplates typically reflects Vailian styles. This one, belonging to the Paladin Palagina, bears the stylized engraving of 5 suns, representing the Vailian Republics, and more specifically the Brotherhood of the 5 Suns. How does that compare to his heavy armor? I mean, that only gives him an extra 2. And this one's better against Pierce. Both fine. Yeah, all in all, I think Kurz is a little better than his fine Brigandine. Thanks to that plus 50%. I mean, that puts it up all the way to 15. Under 25% health. And it'll be even better if I can get it to, a higher quality at some point. Ooh, I can actually get an attribute bonus. Shame you can only have 1. Oh, that's because it's fine, though, right? Does having, if it's legendary, can you have more attribute bonuses? There we are. Here's an exceptional one. No, you still only get the 1. I mean, with a max of 14, it's 8 if it was legendary. I guess, oh, you can increase the bonus. I see. To 2. Okay. So that would put you at 12. And then with proofing, that'd be 3. So the max seems to be 13, actually, for this armor. Interesting. Well, those are questions for later. While I'm here... So, this answers a long-standing question I had. The damage reduction that's listed does, in fact, account for it adds the damage reduction from the quality. It's accounted for. It's really good to know. all in all, I think this one is technically a little more protection, though it's worse against piercing. This one's better against bludgeoning and piercing. Worse against slashing by quite a bit. Slashing's probably the most common type. Though actually, ranged would be piercing, and that would be one of the things she's primarily vulnerable to. Also, I kind of like how it looks. And it gives us the +2 survival, which is nice. And the better recovery speed. Yeah, we're going to stick with the Jack of Wide Waters for now. Oh, and there's the Forgiveness. It is a pistol. That's actually, now that I'm thinking about it, a fantastic name for a pistol. Keel. Oh, there's actually an apostrophe there. Keel was a constable in the small Derwooden village of Maiden Falls. A good man who fulfilled his duties honorably. He often found himself in violent confrontations with passing ruffians and mercenaries come to the village to exploit the nearby ruins. Wiry, with a boyish face and an awkward gait, offenders rarely took Keel seriously. They would mock him, telling him there was no way he was going to take them to jail. "You're right," Keel would reply. "I bring forgiveness." Oh, this is perfect. Classic Western. Get some extra attack speed, which is good for a pistol. You know, I think someone mentioned a little while ago, and it's a good idea if you have quick switch or something similar. Opening fire with a pistol or a gun before switching to your bow or to melee, whichever, would be a very nice way for building up initial focus. It might be worth a talent. Even if you don't have that quick switch, if that initial blast would still probably be worth the time it takes to switch weapons. It's a shame she can't have 3 weapons. Actually, neither can he. That probably unlocks with level. Of course, that bow does have plus 30% damage, but this has plus 15% damage and a much higher initial damage. Plus the DR bypass, which is huge. Oh, I could actually get fine on this. Currently has damaging 1. But fine gives us the same thing, but also the accuracy. It would just take some of my resources plus quite a bit of gold or copper. That is extraordinarily tempting. I wonder if that would actually increase how much it's worth selling-wise. Alright, enough fooling around. Let's level her up. I mean, athletics, obviously. Yeah, for her, just like Eder. That'll put her at the 6 points. Started at 0, so that'll put her at 9 athletics. Very nice. Alright, class. What are your class abilities? Intense Flames. Augments the power of the paladin's flames of devotion, increasing its damage. Plus 25% damage is burn. Use it twice per encounter. Very nice. And its effect, full attack. They state if there are full attack or a primary attack, such abilities are used, the character applies the effect through an attack for either all currently equipped weapons, full attack, or their primary equipped weapon, primary attack. Oh. Wait, so I saw she has a pistol equipped, so she'll fire with the pistol and her sword. Swing with her sword. Huh. That's actually really, really cool. Extra accuracy. Plus 50% damages burn. This sounds like it's effectively smite. Deep faith. The intensity of the paladin's faith deepens, granting them increased defensive bonuses to faith and conviction. Let's see, +2 deflection, +3 all defenses except deflection. And it's a passive. Oh, very nice. And then Vielo Vidorio is a battle cry meaning swift victory, used among the Fremus Mesconsuolius. When the paladin uses Flames of Devotion, nearby allies gain increased attack speed for 6.9 seconds. Oof. All right. Let's start with the. I mean, we're gonna get more of these as she levels up, so let's go with the attack speed first. Ooh, paladin abilities. Lay on hands. It's a classic. Fueled solely by belief, the paladin is able to heal with the touch of his or her hands, covering a substantial amount of endurance for the paladin or an ally within range. Twice per encounter. Quite a bit of healing, actually. But it doesn't also help health. Average speed. Zealous focus. The paladin's intense and pure conviction instills clarity of purpose in him or her, and all allies, increasing their accuracy and converting a portion of grazes to hits. Cannot be active with other zealous auras. Does she have any current zealous auras, or are these the first three? I like the +6 accuracy in general, then plus 15% of grazes converted to hits as well. It's kind of nice. Zealous charge. Less needed for me. And then Zealous Endurance. +3 damage reduction is nice. Plus 15% of incoming hits converted to grazes is also nice. So both Focus and Endurance are nice. It's just a question of defense or offense, really. Having both. I'm going to go with the accuracy. Good. That's not how the saying goes. A good offense is a good defense is a good offense. Actually, no, that is the saying. All right. And this time, oh, there's another one. Critical focus. Modifies zealous focus. Plus 5% of hits converted to crits. Less. I would prefer, say, Deep Faith or something to that. What? Or athletics? Oh no, never mind. Or the actual number of points I've been invested in. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. I should probably give her some survival too, actually. Let's see, bonus movement, healing multiplier. I kind of like the extra damage against flanked enemies, but well, we'll stick with this for now. Ooh, okay. Inspiring Triumph. It's a passive. And wait. It says it's passive, but It is an ability you use. It doesn't say how often you can use it. Your effect is 5.9 meters. It's plus 7 defenses. All defenses for 11.5 seconds. Liberating Exhortation. Commands an ally to summon all their strength in order to temporarily ignore existing hostile effects. Effects will resume once Liberating Exhortation ends. It's not a bad panic button. Sworn Enemy. Marks an enemy as the focus of the Paladin's Righteous Fury, granting accuracy and damage bonuses against the target until combat ends or the target goes down. Once per encounter. Good against a boss. Similar to one of Sagani's abilities. Presumably these bonuses only are for her. I think we're going to go with the Lay on Hands, though. It's always nice to have more healing options. All right. Critical Focus, Greater Lay on Hands. Oh, an extra 40.2 endurance over 5.8 seconds. Compared to the current 83. I mean, her current HP, well, when she was level 1, her HP was, what is her current endurance? I think her endurance when she was level 1 was like 80 or 90. It's probably higher now. Still. Should I increase the power of Intense Flames first? Alternatively, something like Quick Switch would be good too. Or a gun. Maybe. Oh, that's what you need in order. That's right. You need the talent, the utility talent to unlock extra slots. As a melee fighter, having another +1 enemies engaged would also be nice. Try and hold down enemies in spot. You know, her aura is modal. And it says you can't have it active at the same time as other aura modal abilities. I wonder if this modal also conflicts with it or not. Or all of these modals for that matter. For now, I think I'm going to increase the power of Intense Flames. An extra 25% damage is burn. She keeps getting more and more abilities available, damn it. Coordinated attacks, +10 accuracy granted to an ally attacking the same target. Ooh. I like that. Wonder if she gets the +10 accuracy as well or not, in addition to the normal flanking. Oh. Commands an unconscious ally to get back up, giving a large but temporary spike to endurance, some of which is lost after a short duration. How long does that last? 17.3 seconds. Revives with 318 endurance, minus 53 endurance after 17.3 seconds. That is extremely useful. Aegis of Loyalty. Fused, charmed, and dominated characters have severe accuracy penalties when attacking the paladin. Additionally, the paladin's attacks against such characters do minimal damage and always end the effect. Oh. So the paladin can basically attack allies that are charmed or dominated or confused and end the effect. Fantastic. That is extremely useful. In the unfortunate event of getting dominated. Hopefully you don't get dominated, but in the case you do. Twice per rest, remove beneficial effects for 23 seconds. Yeah. Sworn enemy, Aegis of loyalty, and reviving and coordinated are all things I really want. I think the revival, especially though, is too useful. And that's that. Oh, her endurance is 145. So her currently on hands will revive, where is that? 105 endurance. So, well, 2/3 of her endurance and close to the same for Edir. And basically fully heal everyone else. Yeah. That's good enough without the added greater lay on hands.
Well?
All right, team. Pallegina feels she has been wasting her time on trivial tasks in Defiance Bay. She believes there are more serious threats to the Vailian Republic and wants your help pursuing them. Yeah. Since I don't want to upset her, we should at least talk to the Vailian Embassy, figure out what exactly it is she wants to do before we head to Heritage Hill. Presumably, you know, maybe it is, maybe it's related.
So those feathers, that's a blessing of Helia?
Oh,
So they say.
interesting.
That's lucky. Where I'm from, we see a feathered lady, we start worrying maybe her dad got frisky with his hands.
I guess you can always trust a farm boy's head to go there first.
Yeah, that's quite the literally thinking they're a chicken fucker. It's just, I don't think that would actually work, but you know, this is the Vailian Embassy. Good. All right. Do you need me to talk to Vicente Agosti?
Ambassador Agosti, I would speak with you on a matter of some urgency and great importance.
Sighing as though remembering some heavy burden, Vicente crosses his arms before replying. Pallegina, if this is the same matter we previously discussed, I doubt I will be convinced any more easily. I'll let her, do the talking. This is her. She's our, you know.
Ambassador, I implore you to take a step back and look at this again.
Ambassador Agosti holds up his hand and cuts Pallegina off in a strident tone. Enough! We're not going over Defiance Bay's Animancers again. Oh. What do you want to do about the Animancers? The Duke's Bell's desires have not changed since the last time we spoke. If you haven't heard, word of your insubordination has already found the heirs of the Duchessa of Biakep and the Duke of Salona. There are murmurs that you cannot be trusted to fulfill your duties. Must this talk reach the shores of Spirento? Pallegina's aggressive demeanor drains to a state of shock and worry, but she remains silent. Wait, have I looked into the matters Pallegina spoke of? If it makes any difference, Ambassador, I'm already looking into the matters Pallegina has spoken of. I am looking into the Animancers generally. It doesn't, but it would be fortuitous if your investigation took you to Twin Elms, because that's where Pallegina needs to go. Oh?
What is it the Duke's need of me, Ambassador?
Pallegina recovers her determined demeanor. The Deerwood's instability has created an opportunity for us to take over their trade with Airglanfath. Oh. I mean, I have no particular loyalty to the Deerwood. Though I suppose I am technically landed now, so maybe I should start. We will need to meet with the Glanfathans soon to secure upcoming trade arrangements. The roads to Twin Elms can be dangerous, of course, but that's why you'll be our representative there.
It shows the Ambassador, but won't this provoke the Deerwoodins? Their country is falling apart, and we're already dividing up their trade alliances.
Yeah, probably will provoke them. Provoke them into what? going to war. Though no fault of the Republic's, the Darewood's armies have been deprived of an entire generation of soldiers. It'd be foolish not to take advantage of the situation. If we don't, the Red Karens will. Well, fair enough. Ambassador, that's some cold compassion considering that these people have been through. I'll say nothing to that.
Really? After that, you have nothing to say.
Dispassionately stare off into the distance. Pelagina raises an eyebrow and clenches her jaw, but remains silent. This is your government's politics, Pelagina. It's not my place to speak out. I'm sorry. Pelagina. He shakes his head. Go to Twin Elms, speak to the Anamenfath, and press upon her the instability of the Darewood, and reassure her of the Valian Republic's desire to open safe trade.
Of course, Ambassador.
After a long and uncomfortable pause, Pelagina exhales deeply, the lids of her eyes closing briefly as she slumps in acceptance. The ambassador nods and smiles paternally. He then looks to you. I know you planned on investigating this crisis together, but I hope you understand Pelagina's responsibilities. Lie, winking obnoxiously at Pelagina. I understand completely and will make sure she completes this important mission for the Dukes. Yeah. Let's go with that. Vicent bristles and turns to Pelagina. Will the Dukes need to hear more about Pelagina, Miss Ray's wild adventures?
Of course not, Ambassador. I will attend to the Anamenfath as soon as I am able to travel to Twin Elms.
Good. Now, if you will excuse me.
Could have gone better. Could have gone worse.
Yeah? What exactly is it you want to investigate, though, Pelagina?
Not that you helped put up much of a fight.
For what it's worth, I think you are in the right. I think you're in the right, but I don't want to make the ambassador any angrier. Yeah, I think having the foreigner standing up for you and fighting back against the ambassador would have probably put you in a bad light.
Enough wisdom for both of us. Now, I just need to find out how to get to Twin Elms before the ambassador loses his patience.
I'll take you there eventually, but first comes here to chill. She pauses in thought. Still, I fear that making this deal with the Glanfathans will further weaken the Darewood and make trouble for the Republics in the years to come. Especially if this problem spreads somehow. Well, it's a long way to Twin Elms. You have plenty of time to think it over. Follow your heart. Do what you believe will be best for the Republics. But yeah, your duty is to the Republics, first and foremost, I suppose.
I wish I knew.
Yes.
Well, like I said, first comes Heritage Hill, which is actually next this time.